What are some of the standouts when it comes to this year's conference?
Wow. Well, I mean, 10 years. I mean, it being a 10-year birthday is a major moment for us. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And I think the party that we have on Saturday night will be an absolute belter. I'm really looking forward to it. I think obviously Dust is live in our world now. It's in open beta, and I think as we see that continue to improve and progress, I'm really excited for that. And I think Odyssey, I think this is going to be an absolutely amazing expansion for us. So I think the keynote. So we've got the keynote this evening, which is around Dust, where we'll see and get a whole load of announcements there. EVE keynote tomorrow, where we'll be talking a lot about Odyssey, but also taking a look back at the last 10 years. I think that's going to be a great nostalgic trip for everybody, and then they're going to look to the future and go, "Wow, this is we're doing good things." And then the keynote on Saturday, which is CCP Presents, which is okay. Now we turn it up to 11 and we start going crazy, and this is what we want to, this is what we would love to achieve. So I think the keynotes will be great. And we've got a really good track on EVE is real, so it's kind of one of our taglines for a while, and I think we've got people talking about space elevators and faster than light travel, and we're actually one of the sort of iconic things we want to put into our game is this space elevator, and we were thinking, it'll be tens of thousands of years into the future, and there's a guy with a Kickstarter campaign about making a space elevator, and we're like, wow, science fiction is almost science fact, So I think that's a really interesting track that we've got this year. And honestly, I mean, just getting out there and meeting with the players, I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic. I think the fact that we've got 1,400, we sold 1,400 tickets like that this time. That's more people than we've ever had before, and I think we're getting to that critical mass where really, really cool, good, fun things happen.
With EVE being 10 years old soon, can you tell us a little bit more about what you're planning to do, or a little peek at what you're planning to do in the next 10 years?
Oh, wow. We're actually going to talk a little bit about that on Saturday at the keynote, so I don't want to sort of ruin any of those surprises. But I mean, overall, I think I see enough things to do for another 30 years of this game. I think what we'll see more integration between the games that we put into the EVE universe. I think we'll make EVE less of a learning cliff and much more of an accessible game, which is still one which is very hardcore for people. But I think what we'll do is we'll be making those tools, making the universe much more accessible for people in communities, because really that's at the heart of what we're doing. I think we'll see some really good feature expansions. I think we've got a very good handle now on what is a good product for our customers who want to play it, and also the kind of features that they like to and they enjoy playing. So I think we'll see a lot of really, really good development on that. As I want to push for more subscribers. I want more people in this world doing more meaning, and so we need to look at the ways of doing that. And I also think that it would be great if we could. I'd see Dust 514 as just one step. I think we could make a ton of different games that live within this universe and are all connected, and enable people to just really experience this amazing universe, but in the way that they want to. Not everybody wants to do it through EVE. Not everyone wants to do it through Dust. Well, let's find a way for everybody to contribute.
I just saw upstairs you have the EVR.
Yeah.
It is fantastic.
Isn't it? It's great.
It is awesome. Can you talk a bit more about that, and when do you plan to release it or tell the public about it?
So we haven't got any plans for it. I mean, it was basically we did a Kickstarter. Oculus Rift did a Kickstarter, and we put however much money in, and as part of backing them at a certain level, you got some development kits. So I had these dev kits sat in my office, and a load of the guys said, "Can we take these and do some stuff over the weekend with it?" And they knocked some things up, and they borrowed some EVE assets, and they suddenly had this game running, and it was like, yeah, guys, you go off and do it. It's got nothing to do with us. If you're interested and you want to just experiment and play with it, go for it. And then they did this in evenings and weekends and stuff. And then they showed it to me, and I was just like, oh wow, this is cool. We should just let our players get it at FanFest. Do we have any plans for it? I mean, we've got some great questions to answer now. It'll be really good to see, how the players get to it. So yeah, I mean, no plans right now. I'm just really pleased for the guys who did it that they've got an opportunity to start showing it off. We're going to talk about it a little bit at the EVE keynote tomorrow, where we're going to let all of our players know about it. So it's embargoed, so no telling anybody. Don't send this out tonight. Wait until we've done the EVE keynote, and then on Saturday we'll have a 6 versus 6 kind of tournament set up for the players to actually get their hands on. So and it will be really interesting to see what the feedback is. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But it's it's just really interesting to do these experiments and see, hey, where could we take this universe?